Shane Johnson, who plays Cooper Saxe, said this episode will blow our minds. I have no doubt that it will. And will they blow our minds with a couple of surprising deaths? So in this video, I want to talk about who's safe and who could finally meet their fate. So welcome back to MovieBot. Let's talk about Power Book 2 Ghost, season finale.
It's already done, nigga.
So I hope you're all doing great, and earlier on in the morning I released a video heavily focused on the episode description and focusing on the main key storylines of the episode. So if you missed that video, then I'll link it down below for you guys, and if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, remember to smash the subscribe button. But let's talk about predictions, death predictions, because the only major death of significance that we've seen so far is the death of Ramirez. Kane killed him in an act of rage and emotion, and I'm sure we'll see the aftermath of this play out in the next episode, because there goes Monet's protection on the outside, and shit, she is not going to be happy about it. But let's break this down from character to character and start with one of the names that has been cropping up time and time again, and I think one of the main predictions to finally eat the bullet, and that's Tasha. Someone asked Courtney Kemp, how do you know when it's time to kill off someone? And her response was, the character needs to earn their death. They need to earn their death, and she used Holly as an example. She said Holly had to earn her death. It wasn't because she stole Tasha's earrings, it was because she made Tommy pick between herself and Ghost, and she should have read the room and know it wasn't going to work out for her, and she arranged her assassination of Ghost. That's when she bought her own death. She also spoke about Angela and how she earned her own death. A key moment was in season 5 episode 10 when she had a conversation with Paz. She told Angela to walk away, you can sleep on my couch, don't help Ghost, but she said she had to help him because she loved Jamie, and that was when she bought her own death. Courtney Kemp described it as waiting for the character until they've really bought themselves into a spot where they can't really get out of, and that's how they arrange their own death. So those were Courtney Kemp's examples that she gave with Holly and Angela, but I want to give you an example of mine, how they did a similar thing, and I want to talk about Dre. Dre bought his own death. He earned his own death when he had the chance to leave New York. We have to throw it back to season 6 episode 11 when his girlfriend said let's go to Vegas and leave now. Dre said he's almost at the top of the food chain and there was no way he was leaving. She said it's better to rent in Vegas than to buy a casket in New York. But long story short, he ended up changing his mind. He picked up half of his $100,000 that Rashad Tate was offering him to kill Ghost, gave him his new idea, and off he was on his way out of the city before he turned his car around and said he had to do it. And that's earning your own death. Now, to be honest with you, Dre earned his death a long time before that for me, but having his freedom at the tip of his hands and choosing to turn back is why he earned his own death. So with that being said, let's talk about Tasha St. Patrick. Has she earned her own death? After coming to a near death when she killed Lakeisha, Tommy put her gun to her forehead and didn't forgive her, but he let her live because of her kids. He said that they deserved better, and throughout Power Book 2 Ghost, she has constantly been name-dropping Tommy Egan as the killer of Ghost, the main man they want, and has she earned her own death? This is one person who I really think has a high chance of being killed, just as she believes she finally has her freedom back. I would love nothing more than to see that blue Mustang roll up at the courthouse, the windows roll down and lights out for Tasha. But you guys let me know, has Tasha earned her death? In my opinion, she's earned it. The minute she killed Lakeisha, that moment she said Tommy was the one who killed Ghost, because there's no way he's gonna let Tasha get away with name dropping him for killing his own brother, and everyone in power has to pay for their sins. Tommy loved Ghost, and the fact that he couldn't be there for his brother's funeral would have hurt. Not being able to say a proper goodbye to him would have hurt him, and now Tasha's just adding insult to injury, and I just can't help but think she's been name dropping him for one reason and one reason only. It seals it for Tommy to kill her, because there is no doubt there is unfinished business between Tommy and Tasha. And with Courtney Kemp's comments the other day on her live Q&A, she said it again. It's not finished between the two. If someone said I did something that I didn't do, then I'd want to speak to them about it. Now the only thing is, no matter how much of a savage Tommy is, would he really kill Tasha and leave her kids without any parents? As savage as he is, I don't know if he would, but let's just wait and find out, because there's not long to go, and I wouldn't be surprised if Tasha still ended up being behind bars after the court case is over and done with, because you just never know with power. So let's just see whether it's a happy ending with Tasha for her being released from prison, or whether it's her freedom being taken away by the Grim Reaper, or whether she just ends up staying in prison for a little longer. So let me know your opinions on Tasha. Now, one person who I do believe has earned his death is Lil Guap. I definitely think he's earned his death already. I think I described him in my earlier video as a cat with 9 lives because he really should have been killed off a long time ago. And is his time up now? I've spoken about how the GTG take eye for a knife to the grave, and if they do, then he is definitely not letting go of Kane killing his boys. And I do think Kane is going to go on a little redemption rampage for his family in the last episode because they seriously need his help. The Tarders need Kane's help. Whether Monet likes it or not, she needs him. And I hope we do see Kane coming to their rescue. Will Kane kill Lil Guap? Will Kane go after the Rico and his boys for coming after his family and lighting up the bar, along with shooting and almost killing Drew? Now, in my opinion, if I was Kane, it would spring me into action and I'd light every single motherfucker who shot at my family. And this is what Lorenzo could have been talking about when he said, well, now he's the solution. Because Kane could be the only one who can solve this problem for the Tarders by taking Lil Guap and Rico and his boys out for what they did. But regardless of whether he kills Lil Guap or not, I can see Kane definitely catching a body or two in this last episode, adding to his kill count. But what about Tariq? Could he catch his first body of Power Book 2 Ghost and add it to his small list he has of Ray and Ghost? This one, honestly, I'm 50-50. I just don't know whether this one with Tariq, he's gonna have his hands full with him stepping up on the stand and the issues that he's got with Monet and owing 2-bit money as well. But could he kill someone? Could he deal with Lil Guap for Monet? Could Monet ask him for his help now that she has no Drew and no Kane? This is one to keep an eye on, but I'm on the fence whether Tariq catches a body in this season finale. But what about Carrie and Jabari? Because on Carrie, they made it look like she snitched and told the cops about what she knows about the Tarders, and Zeke ain't happy. But we know how Power love manipulating their teasers and trailers, so I'm not sure if she's actually snitched because I'm sure she's taken Monet's warning on board. But if she has, then I'm afraid she's done because snitches, they don't last too long on Power. But I can see a storyline continuing on to season 2, to be honest with you. And with Jabari, this is one person that needs to go in my opinion. Jabari has to go. But I don't think he will because I just don't think we'll see his storyline play out about him stealing Tariq's work. And I think it'll rumble on into season 2 and he's going to be annoying us for a little longer. But who else is there? Definitely not Diana, Lauren or Drew because Courtney Kemp has already hinted that they're having more of a role in season 2 and they're going to explore their backstories in a little bit more detail. But what about Riley and Braden? Could she suffer the same fate as Holly did? She kind of is in the category of a snitch, being an undercover spy for Sax, and the promo for episode 10 did say nobody goes down alone. So if Sax is going down, then Riley has to go too. So I think I've touched on pretty much everybody or the main characters that have a question mark over their head. But yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit more about my death predictions because I didn't speak about them in my video in the morning because it's the season finale. Shane Johnson teased that this episode will blow our minds and we're only a few hours away, guys, so hope you're ready because we are there. The season finale of Power Book 2 Ghost, and the next time we talk I'll be reviewing the finale. And don't worry guys, I won't spoil the episodes with my thumbnail or the title or anything. It will just literally just be a title, review and recap for episode 10. So remember, if you haven't done so already, remember to smash the subscribe button and get your popcorn ready. Thank you guys for watching and I'll see you next time.